Hey guys, so I'm recording this at 5 in the morning. I just felt the need to. I had insomnia, so I couldn't sleep and tossed and turned in the bed and decided, you know what, let me just go to the living room and, maybe read the Bible, pray or something. But when I came, I was like, let me watch something. You know, it's been a while since I watched something on TV, so I remember telling myself and talking to a friend a few last week, I think, and telling her I think I'll get an opportunity to watch something on Netflix next week. And I was just like, I don't know why I thought about War Room. While I was talking to her, and I was like, oh no, I know why, because we were talking about prayer and just, covering our people in prayer. And I was just like, I don't think I've ever watched War Room. It's like, I think from 2015, like 10 years ago. But I'm not too sure that I've watched it, and of course people make fun of that movie, about this woman. I really don't know what it is about, but I think about this woman who's going through infidelity in her marriage, and she goes in to pray for her husband. So people make fun of it. But I just felt the need to watch it. Then I also, as we were talking, I think my friend reminded me about The Forge as well, which was a bit of a craze, a couple of months ago, and I've never watched it. And I said, you know what, I will watch it this week when I get the opportunity. So today I'm like, this morning, 3 hours ago, I was like, you know what, let me just watch War Room. Let me start with War Room, then I'll get to The Forge. So I put on War Room, and then I just felt in my spirit, no, I need to watch The Forge. And that's what I've watched and just finished watching right now. And guys, if I tell you the way I have ugly cried, thank God people are asleep and it's just me. I'm a very emotional person, but this movie has moved me to tears like so many times. And even now, as just talking, I'm thinking about it, and tears are just ready to drop. And each time that tears would drop as I watched the movie, it was when people would pray. People would pray. People would surround a person or a situation in prayer. And one thing that I think has made me just want to put this out is, the way the verse Habakkuk 2, verses 2 and 3. I'll read it and then I'll tell you why I want to speak on it. Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though we linger, wait for it, it will certainly come and will not delay. I have shared this verse before. And I think many times when we speak on this verse, we speak about our dreams and visions and, things that we're trusting in God for, in terms of, say, where we want to be in life, where, our careers, just anything, all our dreams and visions. But as I watched The Forge, I thought about our children. This has been something that has been heavy on my heart for a while. And I keep saying that, one day I'll start a prayer group for moms with sons. And just because of, what we're seeing these days, the boy child is forgotten. That's the narrative that's going around. But don't these boy children have mothers? And don't they have mothers who pray? And you will not just pray for your son, but even the sons of your friends, so that we do not lose this generation. And even as I thought about it, I was just like, not just our sons, but even the men in our lives. Because if you've watched The Forge, you know where I'm coming from. That the men and the boys in our lives will have men who will surround them, men who will take it upon themselves to walk with them, to disciple them, because I think it's lacking. As women talk, as women meet, even if you're not meeting over prayer, you're meeting over coffee, you're meeting over vacations, you're meeting over wine or whatever, So talking is therapy, but how much better is it to meet and pray? I have a prayer group for we're three of us, and how we came about, our sons are in the same class, and our boys were going through, they were doing a program together, and we decided, you know what, so they were going to be away from us for about a week, and we just decided, you know, our boys are not going to be with us, so can we just pray while they're away, you know? And we would, you know, that's how we were friends, yes, but then now we formed the WhatsApp group, and we would meet, was it every day, to just pray over our boys. And after, you know, that whole time that they were away and came back, the group remained, and we keep praying for our boys, we keep praying for, now, you know, just other things, you know, the men in our lives and stuff, you know. So why am I putting this, why did I read Habakkuk 2? Mothers of boys, we're not forgetting the girls, but I'm just talking about the boys for now. Write it down, write down what you want for your son. I know there is not one mother on the face of this earth, no matter what your situation is, that would want for their son to be lost. And pray for your son. Write it down. Just write it down and say, okay, God, this is my son. I present him to you. This is what I want for you. I want him to prosper. I want him to be a man of valor. I want him to be a man who respects women. I want him to be a man who respects other men. I want him to be a man who is courageous and brave. I want him to be a man who is respected, you know. Write it down. Even if right now where you're at with your son maybe you know, does not portray that, you know, not the right word, but does not your reality right now is not what you're praying for and hoping for your son. Write it down, make it plain. Though it linger, wait for it, it will surely come. I pray that you will find someone to pray with. I pray that, you know, even if you do not find someone to pray with, that you would pray, that you will never tire of praying for your son. These boys, we need to raise them up. We need to raise them up. We need to raise them up in prayer. They need men around them who will call out the man in them. Our work as mothers is to pray for them. Our work as mothers is to love on them with the love of Christ. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes these boys exasperate us and we exasperate them in turn. But I just pray, you know, I'm saying this because sometimes, you know, you may want to, you know, you see your child maybe not listening to you or stuff like that, and you're just so exasperated and you're just like, why won't this child listen? Why won't this child be respectful? Why won't this child do this or that? But the Lord hears your prayers. The Lord hears your cries. And at the right time, he will bring back that child. Just like the prodigal son went back to his dad. And just like the Lord went out to look for that one lost sheep, if your child is lost, the Lord will bring him back if you do not lose heart in praying. So what I'm just saying is, Yani, I've come out to do this video with my bonnet and my dera and, you know, just this sleepy face. I'm not that sleepy anyway. I don't even think I'll go back to sleep now. But I just felt it in my heart that I need to speak to someone, you know. Don't tire. Do not tire praying for your son. And even not just your son. Of course, you know, your son is a representation of your children. Keep on praying for your child. Keep on praying for your child. And the Forge, you don't just watch it with your son alone. Watch it with your daughters as well. It's necessary that there are lots of lessons for all of us, you know. But I'm just encouraging us that which you're trusting in God for, the hopes and dreams that you have for your children, write them down and make them plain, as Habakkuk 2 verse 2 to 3 says. And though it lingers, some of these things may linger, but do not lose heart. Do not lose heart. It will come to pass. It'll come to pass. Just the way you've prayed for some things and some may have taken so long, but because you did not lose heart, it'll come to pass. And imagine at the end of it all, everything that happens, nothing is wasted. It is all for God's glory. It is all for the glory of God. All for the glory of God. That he may receive glory from the salvation that he shall bring into your life and into the life of your children. And in the way that he will do it, only he will receive glory, not you, not your husband, the father of your children, not your family, no one. It is only God who will receive the glory. So, sisters, this is just my my plea to you to start, if you haven't started, praying for your children and especially your sons. And keep on praying, keep on praying, keep on praying, keep on pushing until that door opens, until that child comes back home, until that child straightens up, because there is nothing that is impossible with God. With man, it may seem impossible, but with God, nothing is impossible. So I'm just encouraging us to take up that mantle, to keep praying, to go into that war room. I'm going to watch it next. To go into that war room, to go into that closet, into that secret place. And even the Bible says that when you pray in secret, God hears and he answers. So just go into that secret place. You don't have to make a lot of noise about it, but just go into that secret place and pray, 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 pray. Let's raise up an army again of women who are prayerful and praying for their sons. I think it may also just be lacking, pressures of life and stuff. But yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Have yourselves a good Sunday. I pray that you will be blessed in every single way possible. I love you. Bye.